Welcome to Naturally Courtney. Today, we're taking a look at the vibrant world of the eastern bluebird. Get ready for some fun facts that will make you fall in love with these little beauties. Let's get started. Not so true blue. Eastern bluebirds are stunning, and a big part of their appeal comes from their vivid blue plumage. But you might be surprised to learn that they aren't really blue at all. Let me explain. The brilliant blue color that we see on eastern blues isn't actually from blue pigments. The blue color that we see is a result of structural coloration. The feathers of eastern bluebirds are designed in such a way that when light hits them, it's scattered in a manner that makes them appear blue. No pigments needed. Without the light tricks, these feathers are actually grayish-brown. So eastern bluebirds basically have their own built-in Instagram filter. Excellent exterminators. Eastern bluebirds primarily feed on insects. They do at times enjoy other foods like fruits and berries, but they much prefer munching on bugs. Insects make up roughly 2/3 of their diet. That being the case, eastern bluebirds are expert bug catchers, and their taste for insects makes them the ultimate pest control squad. Forget about hiring an exterminator, just call in the bluebirds. Wow, nice catch. Sing. Eastern bluebirds are known for their cheerful songs. They have a variety of songs and calls. Listen to this. It's like they're always in a good mood, and they have such pretty voices. Move over, Adele. Pro tip: want to reduce anxiety and stress while boosting joy? Listen to bluebirds singing. As a matter of fact, listening to and watching birds in general can have this effect. If you're enjoying these beautiful birds and their delightful songs, give this video a like and subscribe for more happy birding videos. Color contrast. No one ever accused eastern bluebirds of being unfashionable. Males sport a vibrant blue head and back with an eye-catching rusty red chest. The females aren't as flashy and have a more understated style that's no less beautiful. Their tones are a more muted blue-tinged gray and subtle orange. As youngsters, eastern bluebirds are speckled and soft gray with a bit of blue in the wings and tail. Baby boomers. Though there's variability between species, most birds nest and have one brood each year. Eastern bluebirds are not most birds. They typically lay 2 to 7 eggs per clutch and have up to 3 successful broods a year. That's a lot of baby birds. I wonder if they have birdie babysitters. Mixed up migration. While some eastern bluebirds migrate, others stay put if the weather is mild. Northern birds typically migrate in the traditional sense and leave for the southeastern US or Mexico as colder weather moves in. However, I have heard several anecdotes of some populations of northern birds remaining through the winter. Birds already in the southeast either travel slightly farther south or simply stay in their locations year-round if the conditions are agreeable. Living in sunny Florida, I get to see these beauties all year long. Lifeline. In the wild, eastern bluebirds can live to be 6 to 10 years old. Of course, many bluebirds live much shorter lives for a variety of reasons and, like other birds, are especially susceptible to dying during their first year of life. That being the case, their average lifespan is a few years. Still, some bluebirds do reach the age of 6 or older. The oldest eastern bluebird on record lived to be at least 10.5 years old. And since bluebirds, like most birds, don't show physical signs of aging after reaching adulthood, it surely didn't look a day over 10 months. Talk about aging gracefully. Who's in charge? Eastern bluebirds are cavity nesters. They rely on already existing sites such as tree hollows, old woodpecker holes, and nest boxes in which to construct their nests. The male will generally select a nest cavity and then try to attract the female by showing it off. He'll go to great lengths to catch the female's attention by perching above the site and fluttering his wings, bringing nest material into the site, and repeatedly going in and out of the entrance. The thing is, that's all he does when it comes to making a home. Once the female joins him, she's on her own to build the nest. That seems like false advertisement on the male's part to me. But even so, the female does a great job of building a cozy nest out of things like grass, feathers, and even hair. Talk about a DIY home improvement project. It takes a village. After hearing that eastern bluebird males play a minimal role in nest building, I don't want you to think that he's also wings off as a parent. In the male's defense, he does play a major role once the chicks arrive. Eastern bluebird parents both take turns feeding the chicks and will bring nutritious meals roughly every 20 to 30 minutes to keep their little ones well fed. And though it's not the rule for eastern bluebirds, sometimes older siblings from an earlier brood will even pitch in to help feed the babies. Now that's dedication. Bluebird blues. Eastern bluebird populations have been on the rise since the mid-1960s, but sadly, the opposite was true for a period of time. During the beginning of the 20th century, competition for nesting sites was fierce due to the introductions of the European starling and house sparrow to the United States. These bully birds are far more aggressive than eastern bluebirds, and as a result, the bluebird numbers drastically dwindled. Thankfully, conservation efforts focused on providing nest boxes for bluebirds revved up in the 1960s and 70s. Special effort was even made to provide boxes with entrances too small for starlings to use. Even today, nest boxes for bluebirds are common. The ending to this story is much happier than the beginning, as eastern bluebirds are now a bird species of low conservation concern. The social life. Eastern bluebirds are social butterflies. Social bluebirds. They love hanging out in groups and chirping up a storm. Though they are territorial around breeding season and sometimes into the winter, eastern blues gather in flocks during other times of the year. These groups can range in size from just a few bluebirds all the way up to 100 or more. They must have a lot to discuss. I wonder what bird gossip they're sharing. Not your backyard birds. Eastern bluebirds are not backyard birds and do not commonly visit bird feeders. They prefer a diet of insects over seeds, and their beaks are not designed to crack open hard shells. They also prefer open spaces such as fields and meadows. If you want to encourage them to visit your backyard feeders, try leaving mealworms for them. If you have a fairly large open yard without too many trees or houses nearby, you can also consider putting up a nest box to give them a place to build a home. Try to have your nest box in place before breeding season begins, so it will be a readily available option once bluebirds start searching for nesting sites in early spring. And consider adding a guard to protect any eggs and babies from predators. And there you have it. Eastern bluebirds are not just beautiful, but they're also full of personality and charm. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these fun facts, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more nature fun. Take care.